Characteristics of living things. In this topic, we are going to learn some important characteristics like respiration, reproduction, excretion, and death. Respiration. Living things need energy to grow, to move, to fight diseases, or to feed. Living things take in oxygen while breathing. This oxygen helps the body to break down the complex food substances into carbon dioxide and water. During the process, energy is released. The release of energy from food is called respiration. The act of taking oxygen is called breathing. Every living thing needs oxygen for respiration. For example, in humans, animals like rats, bullocks, air is taken in through the nostrils. In animals living in water, such as fish, it is taken through the gills. Not all the animals have lungs or gills. Some breathe through their body surfaces. Example, the earthworm. While some breathe through holes in their bodies. Example, insects. Plants breathe through special openings present in the leaves, called stomata. Respiration does not occur in non-living things. Reproduction. Living organisms are capable of creating more of their own kind. Animals like the dog, cat, horse, mouse, cow give birth to their young ones. Jamun grow on a jamun tree. The jamun seed takes root in the soil and a jamun tree grows from it. In plants such as rose and ginger, it is a part of the plant that is used to grow a new plant having exactly the same characteristics as the parent plant. A living thing produces another living thing like itself. This process is called as reproduction. Non-living things do not produce. Animals like snakes, tortoise, hens, crows, sparrows, and cuckoos first lay the eggs. When the eggs hatch, the young ones come out of them. Excretion. Process in animal body, such as digestion of food, results in the production of many waste substances which are of no use for the nourishment of the body. They are passed out as waste matter by certain organs. The body must get rid of these waste. This process is called excretion. For examples, after the food is broken down into simple substances, the part of the food that cannot be used by the body are the waste, which have to be thrown out. In case of animals, these are thrown out in the form of feces. Similarly, excess water with dissolved harmful substances are excreted in the form of urine and sweat. Plants excrete waste materials in the form of vapor. The stems of the plant, like the babool, neem, or drumstick, secrete gum. Non-living things do not excrete at all, as they do not metabolize. Death. Living organisms cannot continue to live forever on the earth. They can exist only for a particular period of time. There are 4 stages in the life of every individual organism, beginning or birth, growth, maturity, and death. This is called the lifespan of an individual. Generally, growth takes place first. When growth is complete, living things become capable of reproduction. Later on, their organs become weaker and weaker. In other words, we die. Death occurs in all living organisms. The life of a plant and an animal is limited. The lifespan on the period for which they live is different in different plants and animals. Some live for years together, and some have short life. We see some buildings which were built centuries ago. However, people who built them are no longer alive. In other words, non-living things do not die as living things do. Summary. Living things are different from non-living things in that they share certain basic characteristics such as cellular structure, movement, responsiveness to stimuli, growth, respiration, reproduction, excretion, and death. Living organisms are capable of creating of their own kind by reproduction. Living things adapt to the environment. Respiration takes place in all the living things. Living things can produce other living things like themselves. Waste materials produced in the bodies of living things are passed out of the body by the process of excretion. Living things have a limited lifespan. That is, living things die. That is all in this chapter, students. Live and let live. Keep learning.